Good morning. I'm recording the lesson for Monday, August 31st. Just in case you missed it from our meeting, for our virtual map meeting. So pretty much today, our number of the day is 132. If you would like to repeat it after me, make sure you pause and then repeat after me. Ready? 132. Don't forget to pause if you want to try that. Today our math topic will be over what is compose and decompose. Again, our math topic for today is what is compose and decompose. I'm gonna go over the vocabulary that we're still building on this week. It will be pictorial form. Remember, it uses pictures. Standard form uses digits to represent a number. Word form uses letters. And expanded form uses the values of those digits. Okay, don't forget that. Also, check in with me. How you're feeling today? Remember, you can always talk about it in the morning or later on. We're available for you. Don't forget about that. Okay, so we're gonna go into objective for today. Today, we're gonna focus on we will know how to compose and decompose numbers. Again, we will know how to compose and decompose numbers. Understand. We will understand the different ways to compose and decompose numbers using sum of ones and tens using a number bond. Again, we're going to focus on the sum of ones and tens using a number bond. And at the end, hopefully, we'll be able to discuss the process of composing and decomposing numbers. Again, discuss, so don't forget that you can always use those discussion boards or Flipgrid to record your discussion. Okay? What is compose? So I want you to, whenever you're ready, pause the video and think about what is compose. Look at company. Look at the word combine. Combine is also meaning something that you interlock together. Look at the puzzle. Look at the people. And then I would like for you to use the sentence stem. I think compose is, again, I think compose is. Don't forget to make sure you pause and go ahead and brainstorm what do you think is compose. Look at the picture and look at the puzzle. Okay. Hopefully you got the definition of compose by looking at the picture. So compose means to combine, to put together. So if you have your hands, I want them to grab them together and combine them. 4 tenths makes up 40. And if you look at 1,000 plus 200 plus 40 plus 7, it equals 1,247. And you're building some kind of Legos. So combine amounts to make another. So you're building on, like a building. So compose is to combine, put together. Okay. Now I want you to think about decompose. What is decompose? So again, like we did with compose, I want you to look at the two images. But this time I have the word destroy and detangle. Just in case you don't know what detangle means, that means whenever you have your hair like all curled up together, y está enredado, like all twisted together, you detangle that with a brush, that like the little girl in the image. So again, don't forget to pause the video and use the sentence stem. I think decompose is, or I know decompose means, and then finish your statement. Okay, whenever you're ready, don't forget to pause. Okay, so hopefully you knew that definition of decompose is to break apart. So again, decompose, to break apart. Now I'm pounding my fist with my hand to break it, like that little, the rocket, the ball, the wrecking ball. You know, if you've seen that video from Miley Cyrus, but not really. Again, decompose, to break apart. Decompose, to break apart. So this time they got the number 1,247, but they separated into 1,247. So breaking it apart into its values. Okay, so I want you to look and think what happened to the image. Okay, you have 31s, and then I think they composed together to make the 3 tenths. Or you could go from the 3 tenths and decompose them into 31s. So pretty much in that one, I'm going to exit the full screen so I can use the tools. Again, Pretty much what I'm doing right there is that I either, if I put them together, like if I grab these 31s, I compose them into 110. But if I want to, I can decompose them. I grab this 10, this 10, and I decompose them into 10 ones. And then right here. So depending on what you want to see. Compose and decompose. Again, compose is to put together and decompose is to break apart. But it's still equivalent. 31s is the same value as 3 10s. So I want you to repeat after me. Ready? 31s has the same value as 3 10s. Or 3 10s has the same value as 31s. Don't forget, if I'm speaking too fast, you are always welcome to pause and continue. Okay? Practice your oral language. Now look at the picture and think what happened. Just think about pausing. Hopefully you pause. So in this case, if you think about it, how many ones did I have? Take a moment to think. How many ones did I compose? So you can repeat after me. I compose 10 ones to make into 110. I compose 10 ones to make 110. Okay? This time, I compose again something, but I had something left over. So take a moment, pause, look at the picture. So I'm going to exit the screen. Don't forget to pause. And now I'm going to continue again. So this time I had 15 ones. But remember, I always compose 10 ones to make it 10. However, I have 5 ones left over. So that's 15. So I can compose 10 ones to make into 110. I could not compose 5 ones to make another 10. That's going to help you a lot, especially when we start regrouping. Okay? So again, I compose 10 ones, these 10 ones, to make into that 110. Okay, 10 1 has the same value as 110. 5 ones is the same as 5 1, but it's still equivalent. 15 ones is equivalent to 110 and 5 ones, I mean. Okay? We're going to see probably one more picture. This is the practice with the number bond. So for today only, I'm going to practice composing and decomposing 2-digit numbers. Remember, we're focusing on the tens and ones. So I'm going to continue, but now I'm going to think about a number, and it's going to be, let me start with 35. Okay, so the number is 35. I could draw it 3 10s, 5 ones. So when I decompose 35, the value of that 3 in the tens place is 30. That's why I'm using my pictorial. And the value for the 5 is 5 ones. So I decompose 35 to 30 plus 5. Now if I compose it again, it's going to be 35. Okay? I'm going to go again. I'm going to repeat it, but now I'm going to use another number. Okay? Remember, you can always pause. And this time I'm going to focus on the number 52. Now I'm going to use my strategy of place value. One of the strategies for place value is to do a place value chart. So I have my ones place and my 10 place. Now I'm going to draw the value of 5 tens. Remember, my tens are rods. And my 2 ones. My 2 ones. Now I can start with the ones. My value of 2 ones is just 2. Okay, I count them 1, 2. And the value for my tens, I had to count it by tens, right? So I go 10, 20, 30, 40, 50. 5 tens equals 50. So now I'm writing, I could write 5 tens. Sorry, I need more space. Or 2 ones. That still gives me 52. Okay? Now I'm going to practice how to compose those numbers. if I'm gonna compose the numbers, I'm gonna start with some values first. Let's say, for example, my favorite digit is 7. So I'm gonna put 7 ones right here. 7. Or I could write 7 ones. Or I could draw 7 ones. 4, 5, 6, 7. Remember. Now I'm gonna compose. I'm gonna put 2 tens. So 2 tens. Now I'm gonna draw my 2 tens to help me remember that I count by 10. 10, 20. Okay. So when I'm composing it, putting it back together, because now I'm gonna join them, I'm gonna compose the number 20, but now it has 7 ones. 27. Okay. So feel free to use the number bond to compose and decompose numbers of tens and ones. Okay. So again, compose to put together, decompose to break apart. Like right now, I am destroying things, so that's part of decomposing. Okay, I'm gonna continue the presentation, so I'm gonna minimize this. I'm gonna show you something that we're gonna work on tomorrow, but keep in mind today our objective was to compose and decompose numbers using the sum of tens and ones using the number bond. Tomorrow we're gonna practice something like this. So think about what you think. It might be tomorrow, it might be 2 days, depending on how I see my student performing. Okay, so feel free to stop and continue the video. Okay, so we're gonna go into a conclusion. We learn how to compose and decompose numbers using the number bond. I want you to check on Schoology assignments daily, and don't forget to complete your extra math session. Again, if you have any questions, feel free to contact me. You already know how to send me messages through Clever, so you can try to do that too. Okay, again, our objective for today was to compose, put together, and decompose break apart numbers. Okay, thank you.